Hey, welcome back to another episode of Cutting Through It. So this week I had two brand new clients in my chair back to back, which doesn't happen very often since I only work behind the chair 2 days a week. And as always, I asked them, so how did you find me? Both of them found me online. But what really caught my attention wasn't how they found me, it was what they said next. Both of them had almost the exact same story. They'd been to other hairstylists, brought in their inspiration photos, and walked out thinking, this isn't really what I wanted. One of them even laughed and said, why does everyone always style my hair with those beachy waves? That's not me. And that's when it hit me. I don't think most hairstylists are losing clients because they can't do hair. I think they're losing them during the consultation. So let's talk about it today. Hey there, and welcome to Cutting Through It. I'm Sherry Brody, and after more than 40 years working behind the chair, rebuilding my business multiple times, making plenty of mistakes, and learning some hard lessons along the way, I've discovered what really works when it comes to building a successful business working behind the chair. That's what this podcast is all about. This is where I share those lessons with you. All my stories, my successes, my failures, and the things, most of all, that I wish someone had taught me when I was starting out. My hope is that what I've learned can help you avoid some of the struggles I faced. Build your business a little faster and create a career behind the chair that you truly love. So if you're ready to learn from my successes, my mistakes, and everything in between, you're in the right place, my friend. Let's dive in. Hey, before we get into the episode, I want to share with you, if you are a hairstylist that is working on building your clientele and you'd like some ideas on how to get clients in your chair fast, I've created a free training. It's titled 5 Easy Ways to Attract Clients and Fill Your Chair. These are the 5 things that I have done every time I've had to rebuild my chair that's gotten the clients in the quickest. If you're interested in that, be sure to check the show notes below. Let's get into this episode. So about those new clients this week, I wanted you to know wanted to kind of follow up on when I said they found me online. I think that's important that I don't just kind of brush over that. When I say that they found me online, most clients, all the clients actually now that find me, they all find me online. And the reason they come to me is because they read my reviews, they read my bio on my website. And this is what almost every single hairstylist or client says to me. They say to me that I read your bio and I knew that you were my stylist, that I knew you were somebody that was going to be able to lead me into a style that I want. Now, back to those 2 clients that came in, they both had said something which spurred this episode topic because they both said the same thing. And I thought, okay, I need to do an episode on this. They both had said, after I read your reviews and looked at your website and I read your bio, this is what they both said, almost exactly the same. I finally felt like I'd found someone who could tell me what would actually work for me. That one sentence made me realize something. I don't think that hairstylists that are losing clients, it's not because of that their work isn't good. I think they're losing them during the consultation. So guys, clients today, they have so many resources before they even come into our chair. Pinterest, Instagram, TikTok, and let's be real. I don't know about you, but a lot of the pictures my clients are showing me, I'm all, oh, that's AI generated. You can tell. You can just so tell. But the whole point to it is they've got a lot of information out there. And so they're bringing in inspiration. But with all this other stuff out there, it can also bring a lot of confusion for them on what is reality and what isn't, and what can work for them and what can't. And clients don't want another hairstylist that simply says, sure, let's do that. We can do that. They need someone who can say, I understand why you like that, but here's what will work best for you. And then explaining to them what will work for them and what will not. That's what leadership is, and that's what clients are looking for these days. So that's what I want to talk about in this episode. I want to talk about the 3 consultation mistakes that I think are costing you client retention. The first one is
You're asking them what they want, but not asking them why. For example, somebody comes in and they show you a picture of a hairstyle, and it's shorter than what you anticipated them asking you. So what I would ask is, what is it about this picture that you love? And if they don't quite know, then you want to ask more delving questions. Is it the softness? Is it the fullness? Is it the pieciness? Is it, because usually when you start delving into these questions and asking them questions, you start honing in on what they're seeing. So in a lot of times, instead of asking them yes and no questions, you're going to say, so tell me what it is about this picture that you like. And what that does is it helps you understand what they're seeing. A lot of times what they like about it is maybe it's not so much that it's short. What they like about it is maybe the way the bangs are cut, or they think that it doesn't have a lot of layers. But when you're looking at it, you're like, oh, now this has got a lot of layers. So that's just one way, instead of just saying, what are we doing today? Or what do you want? I mean, yes, we have clients that come to us all the time and we'll just say, oh, so what are we doing today cut wise? That's not a bad thing. The bad thing is just going along with it and not delving in a little bit deeper to find out and make sure that style that they're asking for is realistic for them. Because a lot of times our clients are coming in with pictures that is AI generated styling wise, and they don't understand that their hair is not going to look like that picture. So it's your job to help them understand that. The second mistake is trying to please instead of trying to lead. This is where these clients that are now my clients, this is why those hairstylists lost them. Both of the women, their hairstylists, technically it was a good haircut. They weren't a bad haircut at all. It's just that the hairstylist that they went to see, they didn't stop before they just executed the haircut that the client wanted and really make sure that hairstyle was going to work for them. For example, on one of the clients that came in and showed me the picture, I knew right off the bat from looking at her texture of her hair and the picture she showed me, I knew right away that her hair was not ever going to look exactly like that picture. So what I did was I started educating her on what hair texture is and the difference that can make. I started asking questions about what her styling routine is. What are you willing to do every morning? And do you use product? Do you use a blow dryer? How comfortable are you with this kind of thing? And this really helped me guide and lead the situation with the client and give her a style and lead her into a style that she was going to be truly happy with. And it was also giving me a clear vision of what she was picturing. And if the stylist prior to that had asked some of these questions, this client wouldn't have walked out with beachy curly waves. That stylist would have known right off the bat that that's not what this stylist was looking for. So that's the second mistake. And then the third mistake is just stopping the consultation when the haircut begins. And what I mean by that is once you've done the consultation and you've decided on the style, like the same with these women, once I got into the styling portion of the hair and even throughout the haircut, there were some things that I would start to educate them on. So I was talking to them about the texture of their hair. And a few times I would kind of come around their hairline and show them, like, this is why your hair does this. You had mentioned that you didn't like this, but this is a growth pattern you have. Or this is your texture I noticed around your hairline is a lot finer. And this is why one of the reasons why you're not able to get the look that you're wanting to. But this is what I'm going to do so that you can utilize, get a style that you really like, but utilizing your own texture. Do you understand what I mean? What I'm trying to share with you is that clients want to be educated. They want to know more. And the more that you teach them, the more they're going to trust you. Same with, when you're styling their hair, show them how to use the product. Tell them why you're using the product. On one particular client, I used a different product on her hair around her face and her hairline than I did on the rest of her hair, just because the texture was so different and I was utilizing the product for a different purpose. And so I was sharing with her that, and these things are what builds the trust. And this is where your clients, they become long-term clients. This is what creates loyalty. I don't think that today's client is looking for someone who can simply recreate a picture that they're showing them. They're looking for someone that they can trust, someone who listens, someone who educates them, someone who confidently leads them. That is what keeps clients coming back long term. So I want to challenge you this week. For every single client that sits in your chair this week, before you even begin to touch their hair, ask them just one more question than you normally would. Dig just a little bit deeper than you normally would. Then take the time to educate them on one thing that they didn't know before they leave your chair. And then I want you to watch what happens. Because here, my friend, this is what creates retention in your clients. This is what makes clients remember you. This is what makes you stand out from other hairstylists. If you, my friend, are wanting to build a solid business behind the chair, it all begins with this, the client. Be the hairstylist that stands out. Be the one that made them feel seen, heard, and understood. And be the hairstylist that every day that they get up in the morning and they style their hair, they are singing your praises. And you have made them feel like they are $1,000,000 and that they can do anything because they feel so good about the way they look. Because trust me, when they feel good and their hair is styling beautifully, they will be back and you have earned a longtime client. And hey, if one of the things holding you back is simply just getting more people into your chair in the first place, I've put together a free training called 5 Easy Ways to Attract Clients and Fill Your Chair. Inside, I walk you through 5 simple things I've done every single time I've rebuilt my clientele that help me start attracting clients faster. It also comes with a downloadable checklist so you can put each step into action. You can grab it completely free at the link in the show notes. And as always, if this episode encouraged you, I would be so grateful if you'd leave a review and share it with another hairstylist who could use a little encouragement today. I'll see you in the next episode. I hope this episode encouraged you today and reminded you that you're not alone behind the chair. And if it helped you, I'd love for you to subscribe, leave a review, or share it with another hairstylist who may need encouragement too. And remember, success behind the chair is built one client, one conversation, and one day at a time. I'll see you guys in the next episode.